G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another GTA Online video. In today's video I am going to show you how you can make millions of dollars as a solo player in the game. Whether you're new to the game or whether you're an OG player, this guide is going to help you out. So if you guys enjoy, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and without further ado, let's go. So let's get things on track, let's get everything set up for you guys, and first we're going to go with the nightclub. You guys can go and run a nightclub promotion mission, and these are pretty straightforward. Typically they'll take you about 5 minutes to complete, and they will fill up your nightclub popularity bar by quite a significant amount. If we move on, you can also rebook a DJ. This will set you back $10,000. That will increase your popularity bar by quite a little bit as well. Another way you could increase your nightclub's popularity level is you could walk outside of your nightclub, disband your CEO or MC president, or just disband as an MC president, and then when you walk back in, you may see a troublemaker or a VIP that needs to be escorted out. Pretty much you want to be aiming for a daily income of $50,000. You've also got the nightclub, or the main part of the nightclub, which is the technicians that get assigned to a particular business. We're going to get into that in a moment, but quickly I've headed over to my bail office and sent out both of my agents out on enforcement work, which will earn us some money in the background. But quickly, this is a good time to go around to your motorcycle club businesses and make sure that they are set up. This is going to work hand in hand with your nightclub's production, so I would recommend setting up all of these businesses, as you're going to be assigning technicians to each individual business through the nightclub. The aim is to have all of your MC businesses with a full supply level and a full product level. If we move on now, we're going to go to our bunker. If you guys own a bunker, you can go to resupply. If you do not own the upgrades, like if you haven't purchased any upgrades in your bunker business, then I would recommend stealing the supplies, and if you do have upgrades, then I would just go and buy some, as it is going to work out best for you in the long run. But yes, I would highly recommend purchasing upgrades in your bunker. If we move on now, I'm going to head over to the acid lab, and this is in the freak shop. You guys can go and buy some supplies, and from here I've made my way to the salvage yard and gone to the tow truck service. Just go and salvage some vehicles. They'll earn you some money passively in the background, and this will help your wall safe produce money as well, which does cap out at 24k every day. If we move on to the HSW time trial for this week, if you're watching at the time of recording, it is Sandy Shores. Just start the time trial up, head to your map and set the waypoint to the destination. Now just bring up your phone, quit the job, and then press right D-pad if you're playing on a controller to start the HSW time trial up. And from here, it's pretty straightforward. You guys can just take the waypoint to the end point and you'll be rewarded with $250,000. Also, a little bit of a side note there, I used the Niobe, the new Niobe, instead of the Hakuchu drag, and it was so worth it. Anyway, if we move on now, we have got the salvage yard, and yeah, getting caught up in traffic is not something you like to see during these missions, but yeah, I've gone ahead and towed another vehicle just for the fun of it. In the meantime, I've gone back to the bail office and sent both of those agents out for some work again, and now I've gone back to the bunker and bought some more supplies. So I'm trying to get that supply level up, or the stock level up, and in the meantime I've gone to the acid lab now and I've put a speed boost on the production, which is increased by 5%. This week's time trial, the regular time trial, is Vinewood Hills, so you can just take the same approach that I used for the HSW time trial before, and you can now start the time trial up when you are ready. Pretty straightforward once again, and I say that because it's pretty surprising. Like this week, you can actually get away with just taking the route to the finish line and you'll be fine. Like, you don't have to take any shortcuts. I would be careful at the end there, try not to jump off there, it can be tempting, and yeah, I kind of got stitched up right at the end there, but it was all good. We still made it with enough time back and made $100,000. I'm also always going to recommend doing the RC Bandito time trial. This is really fun for one, and it's also going to profit you $50,000, which ain't too shabby for a little less than 2 minutes work. You've also got the Junk Energy time trial. This, of course, I'm always going to recommend it as well. Really straightforward, and you can profit $50,000 in less than 2 minutes. You can see the notification, a salvage yard vehicle has been salvaged for some parts and some money. We've also gone ahead and resupplied my acid lab one last time. In the meantime, we have got some businesses profiting us some money passively in the background, so this is where I recommend going into your Kasatka and starting up a Cayo Perico heist. Now, in the Gather Intel mission, I am going to recommend to take advantage of the buried stashes. It's basically going to pay for half of your setup fee. Now just make your way over to the bail office, and I would highly recommend taking advantage of your most wanted target. It's going to be the red blip. I'd also recommend trying to find your additional loot depending on the kind of most wanted target bounty that you guys have. and at the time of recording, I did this around the crossover point when it changed to a different target, so I was very lucky to do 2 of these in the space of 15 minutes. For the Cleo Song bounty, I made $5,000 in additional loot, and the final payout was $127,000. Now, with the Cayo Perico heist, my target, or the primary target, was the bearer bonds, so I had to go into the safe here, grab the primary target, and I made sure that I also grabbed the secondary targets. You guys can find a full guide on the Cayo Perico heist on my channel. I'll link it above so you can find out all the setup steps and also the route that I've taken to complete the Cayo Perico finale with the elite challenge in under 15 minutes. And so we end up with a nice bumper profit of $1.1 million. If we move on to the vehicle warehouse now, I would recommend that you guys have 10 mid-range, 10 standard range. That way it allows you to always source a top range vehicle through your vehicle warehouse. I'll show that in a moment, but first, once you have a top range vehicle, just make sure that you sell it to the specialist dealer. You'll just need to go and make a few changes on the vehicle, and I would recommend selling this in a public lobby. Just look out for those crazy NPCs on the road. It really does wreck the profits, but in the end, if you have delivered this successfully, you should profit over $100,000. So this is what I was talking about earlier. You guys have got the vehicle cargo. This will take place in your CEO building. You guys can go and just source a vehicle. If you've got 10 mid and standard range vehicles already, then you'll always be sourcing a top range vehicle. Another filler mission is going to be the security contracts through your agency. If you own one, it's also, well, not only is it going to make you some money, it's also going to help you in increasing your total wall safe amount. When it comes to selecting a security contract, I'm always going to recommend the recover valuables mission. It's just very straightforward, very easy, takes you less than 5 minutes, and it makes you some pretty good cash. So you would have remembered earlier, we made sure that the technicians were assigned to certain businesses and our MC businesses were set up. Now it is the time to sell our nightclub goods. Now I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It may take you a couple of days of being in a lobby in GTA Online for this to completely fill up. So do keep that in mind. I recommend selling this in an invite only lobby, as you don't want to run the risk of losing all of your stock in a public lobby. And so from that, I profited about 1.7 million, which wasn't too bad. So in your agency, you guys have got 2 selections. There's the security contracts or the VIP contract. Now I would recommend running the VIP contract. This is going to make you some good money. It's one of the best ways to make money in the game, aside from Cayo Perico. And the best thing about it is completely solo. I've got a full guide on my channel on how to complete this, and it is best if you're a beginner, it's best if you're an experienced player. All round, it's just a really good way of making money in the game. However, it can be time consuming. If you want to make sure that you get the best primary target for the Cayo Perico heist, when you see that message there, make sure you go back to the planning screen and do the gather intel mission as soon as possible. You'll see that hard mode will be activated, but not to worry, you'll be rewarded with a really nice primary target, oftentimes the pink diamond. So a little earlier on in the video, we did go and buy some supplies for the acid lab. We added a speed boost for the production. We also stole some supplies. Now I would recommend selling your supplies in a public lobby of about 20 to 25 players, and I would recommend that you have Ghost Organization activated for the first part of the mission. Ended up with a nice payout of $462,000, so yeah, I was pretty stoked about that. It will take a couple of hours for this to build up, and it's not a complete stock level in our bunker, but it is time to sell. It is sell day, and we have got a profit of $651,000 coming our way. I would recommend, if you guys get the Phantom Wedge, or try to aim to get the Phantom Wedge, if it's anything else, I would just close the application and try again. But you actually may not need to do that now, considering there are new timer limits, and you'll be able to complete it within the time limit. From here, I went to the salvage yard and collected our salvage yard earnings through the wall safe. After that, I went and made my way into the nightclub, and it was at the wall safe capacity of $250,000. I then went on to the bail office and grabbed my earnings and called it a day. It's safe to say we made a lot of money in GTA Online, especially as a solo player, and that is going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this did help you guys out. If it did in any way, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for all of your support. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.